Hello, my crafty friends. Today we're following along with Sue Hiles as she follows the alphabet of God's promises in Psalms. And I didn't, I was very busy last week and I wasn't able to do last week's, which was Keeps Me Alive, Psalms 41, 1 and 2. And today um, is L lifts up those bent beneath their loads that weigh them down, Psalms 145:14 and 146:8. But we've already done those two verses previously. So Sue chose to do talk about how much God loves us in Psalms 9, verse 10. And so we're going to do that also. So we're going to do those two verses today. I'm going to read them both to you, and then we'll work on the pages together because I feel like they kind of go together well. Psalms chapter 41, verse 1 and 2 says, "Blessed is he who has regard for the weak. The Lord delivers him in times of trouble. The Lord will protect him and preserve his life. He will bless him in the land and not surrender him to the desire of his foes." And to me, that's this talks about um, one way that we can be like the Lord. All of us are stronger than someone else, and all of us are weaker than the Lord. Um, And he's saying, if we have regard for the people who are weaker than we are, if we help the people we can help, then he will help us. And I think that's really telling. If your spirit is to help people in trouble, God knows that, and he will help you and protect you. And Psalms 9, verse 10 says, "Those who know your name will trust in you, for you, Lord, have never forsaken those who seek you." So, um, if we know you and trust you, then we will try to be like you, and we will try to have regard for those weaker than ourselves and help them the way you help us. I think it all goes together, and I think that's really a blessing to us. He will not. When you forsake someone, you abandon that person, and God does not abandon us. It doesn't mean that we will never experience suffering or we will never experience loss or we will never have any problems. It means that God will be there with us to help us through all of those things that are just natural to the human state when you live in a fallen world. And we live in a fallen world. And so God didn't promise his people that they wouldn't have to live with any of those issues. He just promised to be there to help us through it. And I think about when people who don't have trust in God, when they lose someone, I don't know how they bear that. If you trust in God and you know that you're going to see them again someday in heaven, um, you can bear losing them in this life and going on because you know that you're not separated forever. You're only separated for this lifetime. And that's just one way that I can think of that we're blessed when when we suffer, we're more blessed than people who don't have God when they suffer. And he's there to take care of us and watch over us and help us get through all of the things that happen in this world. Um, I kind of went ahead and laid out what I was going to do because this is doing two at once. And while I wanted them to go together, I also wanted them to be distinct from each other. So I tried to pick stuff for my pages that will look good with each other. There's some yellow in both of these, and there's green, and there's some purple. So they kind of will go together, but it's not matchy-matchy. And so that's kind of what I'm going to do. I'm going to put down this page first because it's going to be the most annoying. And I'm just going to move all of this stuff from this page over here. I'm going to have to take my clamp off. This book is getting very very puffy, and I'm not even halfway through it. See, there's halfway right there. So when we get through this series, I'm probably going to stop because it's already a very puffy book. And that's one reason why when I do journals, I don't usually start at the front and work my way through to the back, because they do this. But in this one, I wanted to work that direction. And um, so we're just going to put up with the way it works out here. I've got some more stuff up here just in case I decide I want to use it. Let me get something so I can put the glue on. This is very messy glue. It's um, not my favorite kind, which is um, the Elmer's Extreme glue sticks are my favorite ones. I can't find those. I did finally find them on Amazon, and so I ordered some, but they're not going to be here till Tuesday. So we're just gonna use this because I'm not gonna waste it. It may not be great, but I'm not gonna waste it. My son bought it for me because he knew I was running low on the ones I liked, and he hoped this would be as good. It's not as good, but I'm still appreciative to have it. So we're gonna use it. It's way messier um, than the Elmer's Extreme glue stick is. Oh, I meant to move that down some, so I may have to stick a extra piece in there. And I've kind of forgotten what I was doing here because this was supposed to be on top of this. Can I pick that back up? No, I think it's stuck. We're just going to have to go with it the way it is. Sometimes I take a picture when I've got something that's got this many pieces, but I didn't do that this time. Okay. Now, got to try to remember where I had all this stuff. Oh, this one was up here. I remember that because I liked that. It looks like it's a continuation kind of that page, but it's really not, but it works well together. So I'm going to have to trim some of this. I kind of like the jaggedy edges, but I've trimmed everything else in this book, so I'm going to go ahead and trim that once I get there. Now, how did I have this? I think it was like that, actually, even though it's kind of weird and wonky. We're just going to pretend like we know what we're doing here. Fingers are gluey. Okay. Now, then let's get this and see where it. Okay. Got this one more piece we're going to put right down there. Let's see if that's going to work. Yeah. Okay. We're going to put the scripture on there now. Usually when you put color on a page, that's what draws your eye. But in this case, there's color everywhere, so I'm hoping that the plainness of this card will draw your eye the way color would if it was the other way around. And I'm going to leave the butterflies because I might want to add some lace or something to that. And I don't want to limit myself too much yet. I want to go ahead and get this page, and then I can see how it's going to go. I'm going to put this up in that corner because it's doesn't quite cover that corner. That way I don't have to worry about that. This was sent to me in Happy Mail. I can't remember who sent it to me, which is why I tend to leave my Happy Mail in their envelopes and not use them because I'm so afraid I'll forget who sent it to me. But I know whoever it was sent it to me because they wanted me to use it. So I'm going to just go ahead and glue that down there. And we're going to put this in here. I really meant for that to go under there. Let's see if we can rescue that a little bit. There we go. Okay, I just want it under there. It doesn't have to go under there very far. Just enough. Just enough. I'm going to put this one. Yeah. Right there. I hope y'all are having a blessed Sunday. It's been a nice one for me. Okay, let's see if this. Yeah, I think I want to do that because this has a little bit of orangey stuff in it, which will apply to that page. I'm going to pause for just a second. Okay. Sorry. I went ahead and glued this piece down. I forgot that I wasn't on camera anymore. Okay. I'm going to tear the opposite direction because there was some white showing on that, and I'd rather not have the white showing. I'm going to do kind of like I did with that green one up at the top. I'm going to put this right on the edge because there's one place where it's just not long enough. Okay. It's glued to the table. That's what happens when you put all the glue all the way out to the edge when you're not really intending to. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this on now. Okay. Glad this purple glue dries clear. Okay, and I want this to go on here. And I think I had my words down too low for that. I'm gonna have to trim that off and see. You may have to adjust the plan here a little bit. But we can always adjust the plan. That's not a big deal. Okay, I'm going to trim off these edges. At least, so one nice thing about these scissors with the black is that they resist glue and stuff. They don't get as sticky as a lot of pages would. My hands, on the other hand, don't resist. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and trim this here. Okay. Right there, I just realized I still need to put something down there. I think I'll use some of this, but not all the way across. All right. Okay. I think those look nice together. And I was thinking I wanted to put a little bit of lace or something on this one. Maybe I don't. Here's some pretty lace. This all looks kind of vintagey. Yeah, I think I like that. So I'm going to use a different kind of glue though. And I thought I might use this one across the bottom of this page. Or maybe across the top. What do we think? No. Maybe right here? Yeah, let's do that. All right, I'm going to use the same glue. Takes You'd think it would take less glue to glue down something that's like net, but Okay. And then I've got this I want to put on here. I think I like that. And then we've got these two butterflies to put on this side. Okay, but I want to do something else before I put those down. I want to use, if I can find it, I'm going to use this Stabilo All pencil and kind of go around the different pieces of paper here. Kind of make some definition in them. And I'm going to go around the outside of this. I think. Okay, and over here. We're going to go around this. Okay. Let me get a baby wipe. I'm just going to kind of lightly, this is just kind of going to grunge it up a little bit, but it adds a little bit of, I don't know, interest, I guess you could say. Yeah, I like that. Now I'll glue my butterflies and my, oh, I need to go on the outside edges too. And I think I'm going to do that with ink though. So let's go ahead and put our images down. There. I may need to do the stabilo around this too. One thing I'm really enjoying about this book is that I do whatever kind of inspires me that day, and um, sometimes it's directly because of the verse, and sometimes it's just like the colors or whatever. And the whole book looks completely different. When we get through with the whole alphabet, I'll do a flip through of the whole book. But I'm going to ink around the edges, and that'll let this dry, and then I can do some stabilo around those two. Let me get your ink now. Okay, I think since the stabilo is black, I'm going to go ahead and use black ink around the edges. That way I kind of got everything, going together. Okay, yeah, I like that. All right, let's go ahead and go around the butterflies. And I've tried doing this really neatly, and I can't, so I've kind of just given in to the messy look. Just okay, now we'll go around these flowers. Okay. Alrighty. I think I'm very happy with these pages. Psalms 41, 1 and 2. Blessed is he who has regard for the weak. The Lord delivers him in times of trouble. The Lord will save him and preserve his life. He will bless him in the land and not surrender him to the desire of his foes. And Psalms 9, verses 10. Those who know your name will trust in you, for you, Lord, have never forsaken those who seek you. Thank you, and God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.